Today, man. You know what I'm saying? We here, man. Saturday Night Live in Hollywood, sitting at the Dash Radio facilities. And Fresh Rio, man, that record is Hold It Down. Do we see a video coming out for that, man? What you doing with that song?
Oh yeah, we are in the progress of working out a video for that one, definitely, man.
And who's on that too? Who's on that?
It's featuring my boy Tonio Blue, R&B sensation, and produced by my boy Beat Boy Hazmat.
Dope, man. So now let me ask you, Fresh Rio, man. Like, you grew up in LA in Inglewood. How old are you?
I'll be 29 in January, God willing.
Hey, you gonna make it, brother. You're 29. And so, what were some of your, your aspirations to doing music? Because the first song that we played was completely different than the second. This last one we just played. So I feel like you did that first song maybe a while ago, and then you just did this recent one. Is that? Am I getting that right?
Real talk.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what's the next kind of way you're gonna go with your music? Because I know you from Inglewood, bro. So you got some stories.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I like to hear. I like hearing stories in music.
Definitely.
That second record's a little more poppier.
Yeah.
A little more not as polished as that first one, personally, in my opinion. But I like the record. It's a dope record.
Appreciate
so
it.
what's the next? I mean, are you gonna play with the R&B vibe too still, or how you gonna?
With me personally as an artist and growing up in Inglewood, as an artist, I don't like to box myself in.
What were we talking about, Foz?
Just talk about
We were just talking about. Everybody's worried about being boxed in. We're in the studio. Are we boxed in right now?
So I just like to show off as much talent as I have. You know what I'm saying? I can go R&B-ish, trap, rap. I feel music really has no genre. It's where you want to take it and, has no limit to it. As an artist, you're talented enough. Do it makes you feel good, you know what I'm saying? I have, stories, but, I also have times where, I just want to make stuff makes me feel good, makes people feel good, hearing it and listening to it. So, so I'm going to just go as far as, no limit, man. Just take it where it takes me, man. So,
I feel it.
Definitely.
I feel it. Well, I'm glad you came by today, man.
Appreciate you.
This is like an introduction of who you are, Fresh Rio.
Appreciate it.
I mean, this is the first time you step foot in here in Dash Radio XXL, and it feels good to know that I'm giving you this opportunity to come back and give us more music and continue to, build a relationship with us here at Dash Radio.
Definitely. I'm excited, man. Very excited, man.
Where can they find you again, Fresh Rio?
Instagram, Mr. Fresh Rio. My Twitter is The Only Fresh Rio, at The Only Fresh Rio. SoundCloud, Mr. Fresh Rio as well. Facebook, Fresh Rio. It's on my social sites, so you can hit me up, man. Love to stay tuned with my fans, man. Love to work with other artists, network, man. I'm all about love, positivity, and peace. You feel me?
Foz is sitting right next to you. He's been in music for a very long time. Could you give him some advice, Foz? Can you give Fresh Rio some advice about his music and what he's doing? Just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Like, real talk. And continue to stay open and vulnerable.
Wow. Because, I used to always hear this cliche growing up, like, there's nothing new up under the sun, everything's been talked about, but, ultimately you have a different perspective and you're going to be able to touch people the way that everybody that's already been doing it and is trying to do it. You're going to be able to touch people that they'll never be able to reach out to, you know what I mean? And you'll never know who it is that you are encouraging and inspiring, and so just continue to keep your mind open and not allow anybody to put you in a box. So it's like whatever you want to do, find out what works good for you and just keep doing it. Just keep creating. Just keep whatever idea that you have, even the one that you think is the dumbest, is probably going to be the right one. You know what I mean? And learn every single facet of this entire industry. You know what I mean? Learn how everything works so then you can be the most efficient artist, you know what I'm saying, for yourself and not relying on anybody else to be able to produce what it is that you have knowledge about and what you can do for yourself. You know what I mean? But as far as like creativity, like you got it. Just keep going straight down the avenue and opening up and saying like, whatever affected you, whatever story, like get away from like an image. Not saying that you are doing that, but don't try to get stuck in an image because a lot of guys they'll come up and want to be the tough guy because that's what sells, and then a lot of times they'll get into a deal and the label want them to be like the next person and like this person and yada, 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 yada. And then next thing you know, you can't keep up because that person's story, again, is for them. You know what I mean? It applies to a certain demographic. So it's like stay true to who you are, talk about them stories, talk about your perspective, And don't be afraid, man. Like literally, don't be afraid.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Real talk.
absolutely.
Appreciate it. Thank you,
Man,
man.
we got that on video, man. Shout out to my man Cali Pud. That's some advice right there. We got to send that video to you so
Yes,
you
sir.
can hit that on repeat one time. All right, hey, Fresh Rio, thanks for coming through, man. I want to go to somebody in Inglewood right now. Believe it or not, Casey Veggies. How about that?
Shout out to
Let's
Casey.
do it.
Veggies.
It's a big record right here.
KC.
Let's go.